Santa Claus has been kidnapped, and there's only one, maybe two men for the job. The Rock, Chris Evans, Red One. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Clep Napier for WeAreCritics.com, and today we are here to talk about, breakdown, and review Red One. That's right, directed by Jake Kasdan, the gentleman who did Jumanji, the remake, and Jumanji, the Next Level remake, is returned to work alongside The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and this time he's invited Chris Evans, J.K. Simmons, Lucy Liu, and Kernan Shipka to join us on a holiday adventure in order to save Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, what did I think? Well, before I talk about what I thought about this film, of course, in good fashion, let me break down a little bit about what's going on in the movie. You may have all seen this trailer out there. It's a mediocre trailer at best. A lot of people were not fans of what they saw in this trailer. I, however, was of the majority who actually thought the trailer was a little bit charming, and I'll explain why in a second. But the film breaks down as Santa Claus has been kidnapped. There is a secret service, so to speak, within the North Pole, which oversees Santa and makes sure that he stays safe. They monitor his whereabouts. Santa Claus has been abducted by an unknown villain, and they are tasked, The Rock, to try to find Santa and bring him back to safety in time for Christmas Eve. Now, the trailer, a lot of people were a little underwhelmed. I, however, thought that it was a little bit charming and right on the nose and exactly what it was supposed to be. Now, we got to understand sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, these movies are not made for the adult mind or the adult imagination. There are still children out there who would probably see this thing and still, just off of the fact that Captain America is in this thing, and then you have The Rock in this thing, and then you include Santa Claus, they want to be there no matter what. So I was just kind of on board with, the silly aspect of it and what they were trying to do. It gave me Jingle All the Way kind of vibes. I know I'm dating myself with that film, but it just seems like a simple Christmas plot, so to speak. So I was kind of optimistic from jump. I was like, listen, I'm gonna go see this movie. I think this movie's gonna bring something a little fun, at least the least fun it's gonna be, regardless if it's cheesy and didn't, you know, wow me. I thought it was at least going to be fun. So, what did I think about Red One? I thought Red One was exactly what it says it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. This movie doesn't try to be anything outside of what it is. In fact, what it does is build on what the trailer is telling you. I think that they hold a lot back in the trailer, which kind of resulted to it being a little underwhelming for people, because there is a lot of, you'll see things out there about people saying that there's a lot of world building that is pretty fun, and that is exactly what you get in this film. Like Lucy Liu's character, she is like an overseer of this organization that monitors mythological beings that really exist in this world. Now, the cool thing about this film is that Santa Claus is known and Santa Claus exists, and there are some adults who are in on knowing that Santa Claus is real and exists, even the bad people. Now, um, you get a lot of fun and a lot of punny jokes, like mythological creatures who get questioned when Santa goes missing or he's abducted. It's kind of funny because there's characters that you just wouldn't expect to show up in a Christmas movie who actually show up in there. And there's like a quip where I'm not going to say who or with the context, but someone's like, we're questioning all the usual suspects. And I thought that was pretty funny because it's like, okay, if they were to have this world and they were questioning the usual suspects in the mythological world, that is someone who would probably be on the radar or the list, so to speak. You see in the trailer, they talk about the naughty list and the level 4 naughty lister, which is Chris Evans' character. He comes in as a tracker, and he's supposed to be the best of his kind. And there's a great setup with his character as to why he is as good or at what he does and why he might be a little bit jaded about the holiday spirit. Now, some of the things that might seem a little usual or the same old is the storyline which revolves around Chris Evans' character, where you get this sense of, again, jaded character, the Scrooge of the story. He's just not a believer, what so to speak, until he's kind of dragged into this world, and then you kind of see his personality sort of blossom as to who he should be. Now, there is a secret in this movie that I didn't see coming you don't really kind of see it coming until you're already watching the movie about Chris Evans' character. That I won't really spoil, but I didn't expect him. You know what? Block your ears if you don't want to hear it. I didn't expect his character to be a father in this movie, like because they don't really show you in the trailer. Like you don't know that he's a father until, but you kind of pick up on the vibes when as the story progresses. It's quite frankly right in the beginning of the movie, so it's not like a huge spoiler. It's just I thought that it was cool that I didn't know that going in, because I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense, and that it gave his character a little bit more depth than what we were kind of expecting in the trailer. So that worked for me. Outside of that, you've got J.K. Simmons, who's just J.K. Simmons, ladies and gentlemen. Like, come on, this guy, he does no wrong. You put him in any role, and he's going to shine brighter than anything. And you don't really get a lot of them because, of course, he's Santa and he's been abducted. So you don't really see him. But when you do see him, it's just a lot of charm, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this movie plays on the holiday tropes. It is clear cut exactly what it's supposed to be: a holiday movie about holiday spirit, about selfishness, about family love, about family inclusion, about owning responsibilities, and being a good person, being a good human. And it delivers that message in a really, really, really fun way. I highly recommend this movie, especially for the children, especially for a good time with the family. So please, by all means, please check out Red One. I know, listen, it's getting a lot of mixed reviews, and right now the scores are pretty low on Rotten Tomatoes, but if you're a holiday person and you love holiday movies, not saying that this is going to be the greatest holiday movie ever, and not saying that it might even be the most memorable holiday movie, but there is a lot of fun world building, and there are a lot of fun tropes in this thing that you'll chuckle at. You'll have fun seeing The Rock be The Rock, and you'll have fun seeing Chris Evans kind of do something a little bit different than what we're used to seeing him as Captain America, or the good guy, so to speak. I just had a lot of fun with it. And like the mythological characters that get thrown in this, like Garcia, the polar bear, the Krampus role that's in the trailer. Like, there's a lot of fun things in this film, ladies and gentlemen, that I think a lot of the adults will kind of just sit back and chuckle while their kid is just having a magical, good damn time. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Red One. It is in theaters November 15th. I know the it's posted for some reason says November 7th. I don't remember them ever moving the date, but it is November 15th, ladies and gentlemen, in theaters. Check out Red One. Let me know if you're excited to see this movie. I know a lot of you were. I saw it in the comments. People were super excited to see this thing. Like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe. And for more movie news, television news, and pop culture, make sure you guys are checking out wearecritics.com. And I will talk to you all later. Peace.